Greetings, love. It's Intuitive Jacob, and we're back to do a leap into love reading. Feel free to check your sun, your moon, and your rising. We're going to be pulling 7 cards from this John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck to have a look at what you are both thinking on the first line, how you're feeling, and then how people are acting. And then the center card is going to be basically your disposition. Let's have a look on the inside. Greetings, Pisces. It's great to have you here. Welcome to your season. Hey, let's have a look at what they've been up to. And I'm going to say you and them. Although know that stories can sometimes flip-flop. Know your own designations and whether or not these are actually yours. Okay. So we've got thoughts, feelings, how you each might be acting, excuse me, and the overall disposition. Let's start here with you. So, spiritual strength showing up. I'm hearing somebody might be at the end of their fuse here too, and I just see, if this is you, how well you've been exercising your caution about how you demonstrate that energy. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, this might actually be how you're seeing the other person. They might actually be appearing this way to you. And I'm hearing for some of you all, that could be a slippery slope. Because sometimes exteriors are... they're exteriors for a reason. They might not be as durable as they appear. And I'm hearing that somebody might actually be in like a fragile state is what I'm hearing. And so it's like somebody's at the end of their ability to kind of like hold this pressure up. And I'm hearing, for those of you that need to know, I'm in a family that prays, so we're always like praying over these energies here and just wishing for the best for whoever's going through that. Because I hear for somebody, this is like, it's a real test of faith time, and it's helpful for you to be aware that during the cycle right now, we are actually being foisted with certain ideas that have become so naturalized to us that we have lost our ability to actually seek a greater logic to some extent because of the periphery involved, and where we may be lost in the details as the trees in the forest that was burned, you see. So for some of you all, it's like having a very high quantum resonance around what that means in this situation, because for some of you all, it's like delving deep into the spiritual resources that have been in some cases burned. Because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like there might have been a caustic situation here, and so we'll just see what else is going on. This is fire suit. It's very likely that the person that you're taking a look at in this thought is of the fire element, so they might be, I'm hearing Sag very much with this 9 here, but a lot of times this is, also Leo or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see how your partner person is thinking about things. Well, we've got to choose wisely. So somebody is making a decision here, and I'm hearing for some of you all, this is something that you need to know, especially if the veneer might indicate otherwise, because for some of you all, it's like you don't know really what might be going on in their mind. It looks like they're going through an emotional time though, because something has happened. I'm hearing about the water that broke and how it happened. And this is actually a water element card here. This is like our cup suit in this deck, whereas this is like the fire suit in this deck. And this is somewhere between having made that choice and making the distance emotionally to leave some things behind. And so for some of you, it's like you have to know where you are in that, because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like backup plans. What might have happened during the month of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever that means for somebody, because 2 already flew the coop is what I'm hearing. Some of you will know whether or not those are your messages. I would love to hear if that's the case too. Please know that I love your messages. So if you drop me any comments, I'd love to hit you back with any positive energy that I can. Also, just make a quick plug. If you like more assistance, we are actually in the Very Strong Incept Ion group in the Discord group linked below. So it's a chat group. Feel free to reach out there too. So we're looking at fire and water here. Know that people's motivations, especially around retrograde seasons, could be challenged for many factors that could be relevant. And so there could be different indicators with this with people. Just know that like retrograde is where all of the metallic particles that are in our environment are all activated and they're being moved. We're actually in the middle of a particle relocation that I've been helping intern the net around. That's what the internet is. It's interning for end times. That's what internet is. I've been proving what the web is that doesn't come through your conjunct eye while you're sleeping for things to come in. And what these nuclear halos are actually being triggered by is how a magnet the size of the ET plan of Mercury, you know, the cure for REM and how we sleep, and where the Y lands for what might not have been decent at all, but might have been a germ that got coined into a body. Where you might be the bronzed, you know, and the slippers, you know, Cinderella. What slipped in? Okay, so different things have been getting moved by these particles, and so people could be challenged by the mirror images that are being shown to them, because it's like, for some people, it's just a good opportunity to take a revisit at what we've experienced and what it means to challenge our own decision making around that. And so for some of you, you're being advised to just see how that plays out with people around you, because they could be acting a little bit erratic, and there might be a common scent about that. So let's see what you have going on in the emotional sector, Pisces. I'm just going to flip them both together. So we've got suffering in silence here and solar plexus chakra. So I'm hearing for somebody here, this is a 9 and a 9. Somebody's at the end here. And somebody here is making decisions based on their own feel-good. And so I'm hearing for somebody, it's like being robbed. And I'm hearing whoever picked up that sharp thing last is the one that you need to look at. And for some of you all, it could be something as simple as a pen or a pencil or a word that was spoken, because somebody here is kind of like in a mental prison is what this looks like. Because this is 9 of Swords style energy to 10 of Swords style energy. It's like where that peel happens, where somebody has been either in physical pain, they've been up all night, they haven't been sleeping, they've been in some sort of a mental agony or some sort of distortion. It's like having a split in the mind. And not being able to say it. It's like being stressed out. This is somebody that's suffering from adrenal fatigue. And so for some of you all, that was one of the first things I was hearing, was adrenal fatigue, actually, too. I can't remember if I said that or not. There's so many messages that come through with these. But I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, be careful, because somebody might be gloating around this energy. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is just the end. This is like realizing where you needed to cancel something with somebody. You know, cancel. With somebody else, it's like, it's knowing that that backup plan might have been more costly than they had actually wanted to consider. And I'm hearing they might have just had all of their emotions out in these different places. I just keep hearing about somebody's dividends and like the investment and some get rich quick scheme on swing trading, the dividend investment growth strategy, but where somebody just like raked somebody's account is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing it's like, if this is your couple here, it's like some of you all might be going through a situation. I'm hearing it's a very costly litigation if that's the case. See what's happening here. So, all right, we've got strong energy here, loves. Okay, whatever happens here, you are being guided because there is an angel that showed up with this balance. I'm hearing this might be how somebody actually came through, and I'm hearing somebody might have actually died or had a close encounter here and like been brought through and like something that only the anesthesiologist could talk about and like closed circuit surveillance cameras and medical facility that people didn't know about, like how to get these files, because this is how you can actually create a plasma view of a camera. That is what we've been demonstrating here at 0.2. But this is actually, this balance energy, this is justice. This is divine justice. This is an 11 harmonic resonance. Some of you all may be, whether it's you or not, in the presence of a life path 11 person who's like, gone to assist you in some kind of way. Sometimes I show up like that. I'm an 11. So this could just be me sharing this reading with you and you realizing that there is a greater perspective around you, also protecting you, and that somebody's praying for you if you're going through some BS. Because we cancel that off of halos. Because somebody's showing up like double haloed here with a lot of choices about where these things get pointed. This is heart motivation. This is feel-good motivation. Solar plexus and heart chakra both showed up, and I'm hearing make a heart-based decision here, because I'm hearing somebody's having like some kind of bilateral mastectomy is what I'm hearing. It's like they're making end-of-life plans for somebody here, and it's like trying to figure out what to do with that, and bile, and I'm hearing for somebody it's like where something might have spread in the endocrine system. It's like some of you all are going to hear some weird things come out of my mouth because I actually work with a Gnostic medical team, and so a lot of times I get strange phone calls about what things could be, and I help here. And I'm hearing that for some of you all here, it would be very helpful if you would go see somebody who can also talk to you about some herbal things that you can add, because it's like whatever you're going through, if this is your partnership, your partner is suffering adrenal fatigue, and it's like I'm seeing it directly correlated to your emotional state, and something about bile and liver toxicity is what I keep hearing, and that there are things that you can take energetically that can help with that. Herbs. There are different doctors that will actually work with a supplement list if it comes from a good nutritional instructive person, somebody that's got the right credentials that can help do a comparative look. Some of you all might look at getting a comparative doctor, because I'm hearing for some of you all it's learning what kinds of options you might not have known you had. And I'm hearing for some of you all that's like your parent or your partner staying up all night, like worried, either praying or like trying to research, and that some of these things might be a bridge. And so it's just somebody who's been through a lot of that. It's something that I would highly recommend. And so know that these are two healing colors for you too, bright yellows and a lot of green here for you. So eat more greens too. And I'm hearing really be careful what you're consuming, like things that are rough on the liver, anything like alcohol. I'm hearing like alcohol is not your friend right now. I mean, you might not want to hear it, but this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's not really helping. I'm hearing it's like pouring isopropyl rubbing alcohol on a grass fire, just boom. And that it would be better to look at things like a kidney tonic is what I'm hearing. Would be somewhere in between that might actually help with us. Like a gallbladder or a liver cleanse. Okay, let's see what we have here in the middle, because this is sort of what is bridging the two of you, what you have in common. Heartache and loss. So I'm hearing for somebody, it's like this is looking at a surgery, and it's like she's concerned about losing both of her breasts or something for somebody. And this is very sorry if this is the conversation you're having. I'm hearing for somebody else, this is going through a time where you're realizing there was a third-party situation and somebody stepped out because their heart wasn't in it. They were getting their feel good and their heart good feeling somewhere else, and two already flew off that way. I'm hearing there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ways that you can count it, is all I'm hearing. Some of you are going to know if that's the case. Here, whatever this is here with this 3, I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like if this is you on this side, you are actually going to be relieved, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you're going to be super relieved about this, because it's like knowing where to cut something. And so if this is like your partner, like going through a grievance about like a health issue, it's like I'm just hearing, it's like this is the state of it right now. And it's good for you to know that like whatever the stage, I'm hearing it's stage 3, and they're trying to make sure it's not stage 4 or something. It's like there's this very special prayer going on, and I'm working with the medical oncology team to actually prove where we can actually induce resonance points that can help dissolve some of this stuff. And so just know that there are people praying for this. If you need more assistance, please feel free to reach out. And for the one of you that I just feel like I need to get Sabila's on this here, because I'm hearing for the one, if you're the Pisces or the person watching this that found out that while you were in the state here where it's like you needed help, because I'm seeing somebody that's just like calling on spiritual strength, suffering in silence. I'm hearing maybe stuck in a bed, injured. It's like you're the one stuck between the rock and the hard place, is what it looks like, between these 2 rocks and sitting on the rock and not really having anybody to talk to. I'm hearing it's like you're just in a closed loop, is what I'm hearing. And I just keep seeing this person in circles, and the person here with all the circles and the options over here. And so I'm hearing if you're that one, this heartache and loss, you're just going to be relieved that that got cut too, because now you're going to know what they were up to, how often it was happening. I'm hearing like 3 out of 4 days, when 7 is the, we got 7 and 7 here, 2 9s and an 11. It's very likely that somebody was kind of living like a double life. I'm hearing it's like shady. They might actually have like 2 houses that you didn't know about. And it's like seeing double. That's why it's like 9 9 here and 11. It's like you're seeing clearly. I hear it's going to be like, what the? And if that's the case, this heartache and loss, it's going to be like So let's see what we need to know. What does my Pisces need to know about this heartache and loss? What's going to help my Pisces? Give you 3 Sabilas for this. So we've got Gran Consolazione. So this is somebody feeling greatly consoled, greatly relieved. So that's what I first said. There's another 7. So need to know that. Belvedere. So this 3, somebody was looking for an emotional satisfaction here, is what it is. You're going to see that it was like what they didn't know was looking back at them is the thing. And it was like a real narrow angle is what I'm hearing. And for some of you all, there's a relationship here involved. And so for some of you all, this is exactly what you needed to know, especially if you find out that it was like something to do with the children. I'm hearing it's like something to do with the children here. So this is the mother with children. Sometimes she's a married lady. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like finding out the double life. Somebody was actually married. They might not have known. They were pulling one over on you. And it's just out in the open. Interesting. All right. Hey, Pisces, I'm wishing you the best. Let me know if you would like a look with just your energies. I can get super specific. Got my details below. Love you, and we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one.
Catch your